Hello friends, today in this tutorial I will be telling you that how to check username available or not inside your PHP script here. So using MySQL database. So basically guys, we have a table here, and let's suppose we are developing a login and registration system. In that there is a specific problem inside this, whether the username is available inside the table or not. So I will take a very new example. So let me create a new database here, which I will be giving a name as username username database. So I will create this database, guys, username database. Let me click the create button, and inside this, guys, we will create the table. So this will be a username availability checker PHP script. So I have given all the source code in the description of this video. So basically now inside this database, guys, we need to create a simple user table using the MySQL data syntax here. So this is the exam control panel software guide that I am using here. So simply go to the search SQL query here and write the simple SQL query here. We will create a table here, which is create table. The name of the table will be users, and inside this, guys, we will have uh, first of all we will have ID. This will be an integer, and it will be of 11 characters, and it will be not null, and it will be the primary key of the table, and it will be auto increment like this. Put a comma, and the second will be the username, actual username, and this will be the varchar, guys. Basically this, the character limit here will be 70, and again this will be not null. And then we will have the full name. This will be again varchar. The character length will be again 70, or you can even change it to 80, and this will be again not null. And lastly we have the password, guys. So basically here we will have the password, and this will be again varchar 80, and then and once again it will be not null. So this is the table, guys. You can now see this contains 4 columns here. ID of the table, which is the primary key, it is auto incremented. Then we have the username, full name, and password. So just create this table, guys. So basically we will try to create this table. Click on the go button. So as you click the go button, guys, it will create this table for you. So it will create this SQL table. So let me just click the go button here. As I click the go button, your table will be created, guys. You will now see. So now you can see that, guys, it is saying that you have an error in your SQL setup. Let me see. Oh, sorry. What we need to say is that, guys, if I go to the SQL, so basically, guys, there is some kind of error here. Basically, whenever you create a table inside your SQL syntax, this needs to be there inside a single bracket here. So let me write the full syntax here once again. Just wait here. So this is a syntax here. The table name must also be surrounded by this single square brackets. So then we have the ID, username, full name, password. So once I create this table, guys, you will now see the table will be created. Click the go button, and now you will see the structure of the table. It contains a table called as users, and it contains 4 fields out there, which is ID, username, full name, password. So these are the 4 columns which are there. ID is the primary key of the table. It is auto incremented. Then we have username, full name, and password. So now we will try to implement the functionality, guys. So we will insert some entries inside this table. ID will be automatically incremented. We will give it a username, which is geeky Gautam, and let's what I write here, full name and password, and then I enter another username. Let's suppose I write the full name. So click on go now, guys. You can see that the two entries have been successfully inserted here. If I check the table here, you will now see the two entries are there here inside this MySQL table here. The first entry you will see this is a username, this is a full name, and this is a password here. And this is a second entry here which is inserted here. So now what we need to do is that we need to simply check the availability of the username. If the username is already available, then we will show to the user that username is already available. So if you pick a brand new username, if the username is not available inside this table, then we will be showing in a green alert message that username is available. So let's start this PHP script, guys. So right here, just close this, and here guys we will go to the exam directory. So just go to the htdocs and basically just go to the htdocs, and here you need to create a new folder. So here we will create username project, make a new directory username project, cd into this. So if you're watching it for the very first time, guys, then please hit the like button, subscribe the channel as well. So now we will write this PHP script, guys. So two people are watching the stream, guys. So we are now building a PHP script which will actually check whether the username is available inside the table or not. So first of all, we will just create the connection.php file. So here you will write the connection code which will actually connect the database to this PHP script. So this contains four variables, which is host name, which is in this case it is localhost. Username is root. Database name basically will be the database name that you have given to your table. So in this case I have given which is username db. And now guys we will have a simple method here. Basically this method allows us to connect to the database. This method will be MySQL connect. So here you will pass all these four options: host, username, password, and the database name. So please hit the like button, subscribe the channel. So this will return the connection, guys. So here we can simply compare it inside the if condition. If connection is successful, then we will simply say if connection is not successful, like this, we will simply say echo out connection not successful. Hello? So if you're watching it for the very first time, guys, then please hit the like button, subscribe the channel as well. So basically here we will be comparing the connection here. So if the connection is successful, then basically we will print out the connection is successful. So right here inside this connection object, guys, we will simply compare it. Basically, if any sort of error take place, connection, and this contains this method which is connect error, like this is I think is connection object. Sorry, we need to make a new constructor here, new MySQL, put a semicolon also right here. So passing these four things: host name, username, password, database name. So if it is facing any sort of error, then it will return this error, and we can simply die here, simply call the die method, and here we can simply say that connection failed to database. That's it. So this script is over, guys. So put a semicolon. We have made the connection, and this is the connection object. So right here, just make a index.php file, guys. So just make this file here, and right here, guys, you can also rename this to HTML also, but totally up to you. Let me rename this to HTML so that we get the autocomplete. So please hit the like button, subscribe the channel. So here, guys, we will change the title to check username availability, and for this, guys, we will also be using some AJAX as well. So AJAX and MySQL database in PHP, as you all know. So right here, guys, inside the DOM, we will simply have a input field here where we will write the actual username which needs to be inserted. So here we will be giving a ID to it of text underscore username, and simply the placeholder will be enter username. That's it. And then we will have a simple div, guys. Basically this will have the ID attached to it, which is username underscore response. So here we will be depending upon whether the username is available or not, we will be displaying an alert message to the user that username available or username not available. So this will be a colorful message, either of red color or green color. So this is all that we need to write inside the HTML, guys. Now we need to write the JavaScript code here, which will be inside this script.js. So simply include this file also. Just create script.js. So let me rename this to script.js. So right here, guys, we need to create the JavaScript code here. So first of all, we are making this function, which is check username. So inside this input field, guys, we need to also attach a on change as well inside this username field here. So we will be also be attaching a max length attribute which will be of 60 characters. This means that at max you can only write 60 characters inside username field. And also we will attach this event, guys, which is on key up. So whenever you press the keyboard and put the key up, this event will automatically trigger, which is called as check username. This is a function, and here we will pass the value of this input field which is there inside this dot value. So this function we are executing it, guys. You can see we have attached this event handler which is called as on key up. We are executing this function check username and passing this username text field value, which is this dot value. So right here inside script.js, guys, we will actually write this function now. So function check username. So let's suppose I print out a simple, the value is passed here. You will see that username. If I alert out the username like this, let me see if it is working or not. If I try to uh, you can see username project. So right here inside in order to open this, we simply need to go to localhost username project, localhost username project. So you will see this is the input field here, and basically enter username. So if I try to enter a word here, you will see D F. We can now see as I just type here, automatically all the characters that I type here is printing out in the alert field. This is because of the event that we are attached in the HTML, which is on key up. That function is executing it, which is function check username. So this function is being called here, this function. So here we are. In order to do this, guys, we will delete this line here. And first of all, we will put the username regular expression. So username regular expression, and this will be for validating the stuff here. This simply means that in username you can only use characters, numbers, not special characters. This is the regular expression A to Z, small a to Z, and then capital A to Z, and then numbers. This is a regular expression. After this, guys, we will check it inside this. We will compare it. This regular expression, this contains the test method. We will pass the username, and 11 people are watching the stream, guys. Please hit the like button, subscribe the channel. So inside this we will say if the regular expression is successful, then we will simply say that document.getElement by id, which is the response here, which is username underscore response. We will manipulate the inner HTML property, which is equal to nothing, and here we will compare the length. If username.length is greater than 4 characters, in that case we need to process this form here. Basically, if it is greater than 4 characters, so just format this now. And now, guys, inside this we need to send a AJAX call here. AJAX call, that you all know, guys. AJAX call stands for asynchronous JavaScript and XML. And basically here we will be writing the XML code, which is AJAX call x HTTP. Here we will be making a new instance of XML HTTP request, and then we will be opening a method, guys, which will be a post method. Basically, we will be transferring the information from the JavaScript to the PHP script, and the name of the script, guys, will be AJAX file.php, and the third parameter will be a Boolean parameter, which will be as true. So then we will be sending this. We will be setting the request header here with the help of this function here, and simply the content type. So whenever you are transferring the information using the post request, guys, you need to provide a content type. So in this case, this value will be application/JSON, because we want the data to be coming back from the PHP script in the form of JSON. So that's why we are providing here application/JSON. We can even provide here XML, but JSON is the preferred choice among developers. So that's why we will write here content type to application JSON. So then we will have, guys, the next step, which will be equal to access on ready state change. This is a method, and this will be a callback function, guys. When the state changes, this automatically execute this method, and we will simply get the state. If this dot ready state is equal to 4 and the status value is equal to 200, in that case we perfectly know that the request is successful. So in that case we will be getting the response from the PHP script. So here we will be first of all getting the response here, which will be there inside this dot response text in this property. After getting this, we will initialize this to the inner HTML of the user response. So we will simply say that document dot get element by id, and simply we will say that username underscore response, and its inner HTML property we will manipulate to the response. That's it. That's all that you need to write, guys, inside this. So this is completed. This if statement is completed here, and also this if condition is also username length is greater than 4 characters. This is also over. Now we simply need to get the data, and the data will be username like this. And lastly, we also need to send this request, guys. So now to send the request, we have the send method, and basically here we will convert this to a JSON. We will use the JSON.stringify method, and we will pass the data. That's it. So JSON stringify method, guys, converts the JavaScript object to a JSON string like this. This is the method, guys, which is used here. in order to convert JavaScript object to JSON. So now this will make a simple AJAX call to this script here, which is called as AJAX file.php. So now we need to make this PHP file, guys, AJAX file.php. So right here we need to make this file. So right here, guys, after this, basically we will also have a else condition here. Basically, if the characters are gray, if smaller than 4 characters, in that case we will simply say, so in that case you will now see if the username doesn't pass the regular expression, in that case we will simply say we have a else condition, and inside this else condition, guys, we will simply say that document.getElement by id username response, and here we will simply say inner html is equal to, so basically we will be having a simple span tag, and we will make the color of this span tag to be red color. So we will add some css, color will be red, and simply will say that please enter valid username. That's it. So now if you try to enter username less than 4 characters, you will get error like this. So if you again try to refresh it, so if you try to enter a invalid characters, you will now see please enter valid username. So this is the error message which is showing here, guys. You will now see if you try to enter a invalid character here, you can now see we have put a regular expression here. So you can't put a character here, regular expression will fail. You can't put a special character here. So just refresh it like this. So now we need to display a message, guys, whether the username is available inside this table or not. So we have this table. You can now see we have 2 sets of usernames available, Geeky Gautam and Kane Williamson, and basically we just need to check a condition here, very simple condition. So right here, guys, you can get all the source code by following the blog post link I have given in the description of this live stream. Please hit the like button, subscribe the channel as well if you're watching it for the very first time. Even if you use PHP function, you can get autocomplete. Why not use jQuery AJAX? We are using AJAX in this tutorial to make the simple post request to a PHP script. Uh, you haven't yet seen mail, sir. I will see the mail. Don't worry about it. I was a little busy. So now, guys, the very next step will be to simply write that AJAX file.php, this PHP script. So inside this PHP script, guys, we will first of all check here the past username. So just put the PHP syntax here, and we will first of all include the database configuration file, guys, which will connect all the details here, which is localhost, username, password, all those details here. So include it at the very top. After including it, guys, we will read the post data which is transferred to this PHP script. We will simply say that data which is transferred here, we will use the json.decode method basically in order to convert the data which is passed to this PHP script. So it decodes the JSON string. As you see, guys, we are passing a JSON object here. If you see in the JavaScript, basically we have converted this to a JSON object by using json.stringified, and we are passing it to this PHP script AJAX file.php. Now we need to decode this JSON, so we are using JSON underscore decode. So now to get the content, we will say file underscore get underscore contents, and here we will provide PHP colon input. So in this way you can get your username. And after this, guys, we will first of all check here if is set, and here we will put the data, which is, there is a property called as username. You will see inside the data we are passing here, we have a property inside this data which is username. So here we are getting the data, this arrow function which is username. So in this way you can get data inside PHP. So first of all we need to convert this username to, we need to remove the basically real real escape underscore string. These are very important methods, guys. You just need to strip all the HTML or slashes. You don't want to a hacker to be hacking your database. So that's why these methods are very much similar to prevent SQL injection. So these are preventive measures. So we will say data username. So we are using this MySQL real escape string, guys. So then after getting this, we will simply have a query. The query will be simply, guys, which is select query. We will simply we will count the number of usernames which are available as count user. And here the table name will be users, where the username is equal to, in this case, the username will be equal to, in single quotes, we will simply say, we will attach a dot symbol to concatenate the username. So now you can see that, guys, we are attaching this username. So put a single quote here. Single quote, and again like this. So basically this is a select statement, guys, inside SQL select. We are selecting the count of usernames, unique usernames which are available inside the table where the username is provided here, which is. So now we will compare it, the result of this SQL statement. We will execute first of all. So now to execute this, we will simply say result. We will make a result variable and MySQL query. And we will pass the connection object and also the query like this. And then we will be getting the response, guys, which will be a span tag. So here, guys, we will be giving a style parameter which will be equal to color green. Color will be green. And here we will simply say username is available. Put a semicolon. And here we will also check, guys, MySQL num rows. So if the number of rows, we will pass the result. And we will get the number of rows which is returned. So use MySQL fetch array. And here we will pass the result. So we will get the count value, guys. So the count value will hold the number of usernames which are available. So we will simply say row count user. So simply, guys, we will be now be having a simple if condition that if this value is greater than 0, in that case we perfectly know that this username is already available. In that case we will simply put the response as span, and basically we will now make the color of this alert statement to be red. So here the style attribute will be color to be red, and we will say that username is not available. So that's it, guys. So we will now see username not available, and after this we will also put a semicolon. And lastly, guys, we also need to return this. So we will simply return this echo response. So we will echo out this response, which is echo out response. That's it. So this is all that we need to write inside this PHP script, guys. So application is now complete. We can check this application. If I now try to write here, let's suppose a username which is already present inside the table here. If you clearly see, if I try to enter a username which is already present, if I check the table here, and if I see here, if I try to write here geeky Gautam, so in that case it is already present. So you will now see geeky Gautam. So it is saying that failed to open stream, no such file or directory. uh, AJAX file.php. AJAX file.php. What is the problem? Let me see. So it is saying that undefined variable connection. Oh, let me see, guys. Connection. This is the same variable we have given inside connection. Con variable is read. Sometimes, guys, there is also a typo mistakes also which happens. So let me just paste all this code here. Just paste all this code, guys. All the source code is given in the description of this video. So here we will, if I try to write here, it is saying that AJAX file username is available. So please hit the like button, guys. Subscribe the channel. What we can do is that we can even copy paste this JavaScript code, guys. So simply do this. So, but we are doing the same thing. It was just to find out where the error has taken place. It was, I think it's a typo mistake. If you try to write here Geeky Gautam, I think if you see the connection, username database, if you try to see, we have created this database which is username database, and inside this we have this table. So inside this, this is the PHP script that we have given, guys, in the description of this video. So if you're watching it for the very first time, guys, then please hit the like button, subscribe the channel. I have given the PHP script on my blog post link in the description of this live stream. So if the username is available, then this green message will take place that username is available as you just type here in real time. This is the real time functionality. The message will go to the PHP script and PHP script will return the response, and you will display this response either username is available or not available. So all the step-by-step instruction is given, guys. You can now see it is perfectly very good blog post as compared to coding Shiksha, but in this website I have written articles with complete depth and I have explained each article in detail. If you have any sort of doubts, you can ask in the comment section. I'm seeing that people are not liking the content, guys. Please hit that like button, subscribe the channel, and also my subscriber goal is also very less. Please hit the subscribe button as well. This is a subscriber goals which is 167. Try to reach to 200. Please hit that red subscribe button, hit the like button as well, so that more and more people can join this live stream and YouTube can suggest to new people